Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today I'm going to be doing my first impressions and preview of a two-player deduction game called Classified Information. So Classified Information is going to be hitting Kickstarter real soon. I believe it's on October 16th. And this is a two-player card deduction game where you're trying to figure out your opponent, one of your opponent's numbers or briefcase number. Let me show you how to play it real quick, as again, this is a preview, so I will be showing you how to play. And then I'm going to go into my initial impressions and then what I think about it. It's not going to be a review, again, because this is a prototype. I don't review prototypes, but I will be giving my first impressions, initially what I think, who I think it's for, and all. So let's go into how to play, and then we'll go into what I think about it. Okay, so this is Classified Information. This is the two-player deduction game. So I'm just showing you just the basic components. It comes in this bag. You get, well, I got two different sets of cards. There's three sets, and each set has different cards, different capabilities, and they can also be intermixed. That goes for all three sets as well. If you want to play the module for best of 5, these are just to show how many games that you've won. So we'll put those all to the side. So this is set 2 right here. I'm just going to go over briefly how it's played. This is a very simple, quick game. It plays in about 15 minutes or less. So both players have this classified information card that you'll be using with your marker to deduct different cards. I'll go over what that does later. So everyone's going to get 2 cards, and 1 card you're going to get face down in front of you like this. So your opponent's going to get the same exact thing. So I'll just for purposes here, let's just make believe. So your opponent that's their face down suitcase card. Now what you're trying to do is, at the end of your game, at the end of this game, the card that's in your hand has to match one of these 3 numbers at the bottom of your opponent's card. So I have 6, 7, 8. This card is face down throughout the game. There's 18 cards in the deck. Now 2 are going to be put here in the encrypted deck. Those are for like throwaway cards. So you're gonna have 2 cards in your hand right here. So I have this resilience card and I have this mind control card. Now they have 3 symbols at the top. So you can either have this sentry symbol, which card counts as a guard or an assassin. You have this red symbol, which counts as an assassin. I believe this was and you have the green symbol here, which acts as a guard. On your turn, you're gonna draw 1 card. And then with this card, you can do an assortment of things. You can play it, deploy it for its ability right here. For example, I have this assassin card, so I can use this as an assassin to assassinate one of their guards. I'll go over what a guard does later. So on your turn, so let's just I have this guard here, this guard card here. If this wasn't my suitcase, I can play this to guard my suitcase here. So sentry cards right here, they can be played as both assassins and guards. So I can actually play this down right here, and that's going to protect my card. Now, as you see, I do have a 6 here, so this would actually be a wise move for me to play this card, which is also 6, because if at the end of the game, my opponent, the last card that's in my opponent's hand is a 6, this card will counter it and protect this card. So that's what you want to have, at least 1 number, and from the last card in your hand has to be at least match 1 number here. So for example, there's this 3, 4, 5. So I want to have a card on top here that would be 3, 4, 5. Right now I don't. Now when you assassinate a card, so for example, it has to match this. So when you're going to assassinate a guard card, this number has to match one of these 3 numbers here. So for example, this would not be able to that card would not be able to assassinate this. So it would just get discarded face up. All discards are placed face up. Another thing you can do, you can also just throw the card away into the encrypted pile. So why do you want guard cards? Now, like I said before, they're going to protect your cards, your briefcase at the end of the game. But if by any chance both of your cards are guarded, your opponent's cards are guarded, the opponent with the most guards in front of them is going to win the game. Now, you have this little, you don't have to use it if you don't want to, but during the course of the game, you may take the marker and you could just cross out certain symbols here. As you can see, that there is the 2 of the shield and 2 of the assassin. Let me zoom that out a bit. So you just cross out to deduct to show that that card is not in your opponent's hand or deck, just to help you out a bit. So that's basically how the game plays. It plays in about 15 minutes or less, but that's just a quick rundown of how it's played. Again, there's one more set. There's ways you can intermix and change up the abilities. As you can see, the art on these cards are really good. They all have different, like this is a react card that you can play in response to your opponent's card. Same thing here. Opponent tells you one of the guild affiliation that does not match their suitcase. So there's several of these different cards in here. Again, each set contains different abilities. That's going to be about it. So let's go back to my first impressions. So as you can see, this is a really quick, simple game to play. One of the things I really liked, it takes about maybe 15 minutes, even less. I think most of my games were like maybe 10 minutes or less. I don't think I ever hit the 15-minute mark. I was trying to think how many times I played. I played quite a few times. Only one of my games ended in a draw, which is a good thing, because what I like about this also is that it comes with 3 sets. Well, I only got 2 sets, but when you get the game, there's going to be 3 different sets, and you can mix and match them all together. So there's a lot of replayability with this game. And even though it's a quick game, there's so much different strategy. All these cards have different abilities, and you're trying to figure out like what best way that you want to win, because you don't have to always win by guessing their number. You could have the most guards, so you might want to have a strategy where you want to assassinate most of their guard cards. So I like that, and it's done in such a quick time. There's a little bit of tense gameplay to it. The art is really, really good. Again, I believe this is like he's a first-time developer, and I'm really impressed with the artwork of this game. So as you can see, it comes in this tiny little bag, just not that many components. Comes with these briefcases. There's a module that you could play with the best of 5. That's what these little briefcases are for. Actually, let me show. I don't think I showed them in the how to play, but these are actually really good quality themselves. As you can see, these little briefcases here, again, really, really good quality. Card quality is real. Again, this is just a prototype, and I thought the card quality was pretty good with it. I honestly, there's nothing I really dislike about this game, because I mean, first thing you could think about is, oh, is this luck based? I did not feel this was luck based at all, because again, you only have 18 cards, technically, and 2 already get trashed at the beginning of the game. They go into the encrypted pile. So you really are forced to, like, should I play this as a guard? Should I use its ability? There's quite enough decisions to make that I don't feel like there was any luck in any of my games that I played. And my wife played it, and she's not a gamer, and she found this to be really simple, easy to play. She found it entertaining. And you could, like I said, it's a small pack. You could take it on the go with you, play it on the bus, if you're gonna take a long bus ride, train ride, or even on the plane. You don't get many good games like this. Yeah, you have the pocket games by Bunshy and stuff, but this is a really unique little game that I feel that everybody should check out. I think a lot of people are gonna enjoy this. I don't think it will be fairly expensive or anything, but yeah, you don't have to be a serious gamer to enjoy this. I think a lot of non-gamers are going to be going after this, because again, it makes a really good couples game. You could get a ton of games in an hour. Like I said, I don't think I ever played a game that was 15 minutes. Maybe one of my games was 15 minutes. Most of the time, it took maybe 10 minutes or less, and you could get through those cards pretty quick. And you have the deduction wheel, keeping notes and stuff. It's a nice, simple, easy game. I think everybody should check this game out. I'm not going to give it a rating, but I will give it a high recommendation that you guys check out Classified Information. That's going to do it for today, guys. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to leave a link to the Kickstarter in the comment section. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. You know, my channel is always open. I respond as quickly as I can. But yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, have a great time playing.